I am dancing in VR, whoa, hologram style, driving in a car. That is crazy. Come on, Mason, you crashed it again?
Nani?
Hey, what's up everybody? It's your boy Hugh here at Butcherbird Studio in Burbank. And today, I have Mason here, the mad scientist behind all the Unreal magic you just saw.
Hi, yeah, my name is Mason. I'm a producer here at Butcherbird Studios, and I'm excited to show you all the tutorial today.
So in this tutorial, we will teach you step by step how to go live in VR using just Unreal Engine 5.1 and light combing any 2D green screen footage into VR. Let's go, Mason.
All right, cool. So the plugin that we're going to use today is called Offworld Live. So here's their landing page. You're going to want to go ahead and click on the download. Your Unreal Engine toolkit is what we'll be using. Right here, you're going to select the Unreal version.
5.2, okay.
5.2 is available. I started building this before 5.2 was available yet. So this is all built on 5.1. Select the latest version and then download.
Is it free or cost money?
So it's free. So now you have the plugin. And you're going to go to your Unreal folder under Epic. We're in the 5.1, under Engine, under Plugins, and then under Runtime. And under Runtime is where you're going to put the folder that you've just got from that zip. Here it is, OWL Livestream Toolkit. So you're just going to drop that into, once again, that's Engine, Plugin, Runtime, and drop that in. So after you have that in, you're ready to pull up Unreal. After you have that in that folder, you're going to want to go to your plugins in Unreal, and you'll see it come up under Installed. And here it is, Offworld Live Toolkit. You're going to want to go ahead and enable that. After you enable it, Unreal is going to tell you, hey, you need to restart. You only have to do that one time. And now you have it enabled. And you'll find out, you'll see that when you restart Unreal, you'll have this Offworld Live up here now. So the level that I have for us, this is called Soul Slum. This is free off the marketplace. I really like this. It's got some really interesting blur effects. You've got rain coming down, a lot of steam and a lot of movement.
It's a pretty complicated scene.
It is. It's
require
huge.
pretty hard GPU to render.
So this is a 13900K. So that's 24 cores, each with a single core speed of around 6 gigahertz and a 4090 RTX. And so you can see here, I'm getting 120 frames per second. This is a beast of a machine. I don't think you need that much power to run this.
It's a very beefy machine for most people.
Yeah. And again, this is just immediately free from the marketplace. I haven't done anything to optimize this. This is just a level that I grabbed and opened up.
And it's free.
And it's free. Going to Offworld Live, here's the Livestream Wizard. This is part of the OWL Offworld Live plugin. And we want to do a 360 camera. And then we have our different output types. So we can use Spout. If you're not familiar with Spout, maybe you're familiar with Siphon for Mac. It's basically just a way to pass audio and video from one program to another internally.
It's a great question to ask. Is this whole workflow also work on a Mac-based system?
Theoretically, yes. I haven't tried it, but now I'm going to try that next week. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. Typically, I do my Unreal work on PC. Yeah. So NDI, it is a way to send audio and video over IP. So if I wanted to send audio and video from one program to another computer on my network, I would use NDI. And then media output, which is RTMP, SRT, MP4. Whatever protocol you typically use to do your live streams is what you're going to use here. So let's give it a name and we'll create it. So I'll get out of the wizard here. And I'm going to come back here. And so here is the 360 camera, the virtual camera model that we've dropped in.
Awful look like Nokia also right there.
Yeah. So that's going to drop in wherever you are in the viewport. It'll pop in right there. And so if you look over here, the details pane, You can see that it dropped that in, that's the camera, and it also dropped in something called the OWL media output. So basically the way to think of it is that this is what's capturing. You can see the little preview here of the 360 camera, and this is what's actually going to output. So, yep, stream to RTMP. So I'm gonna first go select that camera. Now I'm controlling the camera. I wanna go ahead and output. Let's do a custom size. Let's go as large as we can. We could go up to 8192, but let's just do 4096 by 2048, that 2:1 ratio.
And that's the largest resolution you can get from YouTube VR?
It's what I found to be reliable. Every once in a while, I would try to do something else and I would get kickback saying that's too large.
Okay.
So, yeah. So I'm gonna do 4096, 2048.
When you say kickback, it's by YouTube VR or it's by Unreal?
Actually, yeah, kind of by Unreal. Sorry, sort of by both. So what was happening is that I was trying to stream 8192 directly to YouTube, but what OWL would do is hit that stream and say, oh no, it's telling me that I can't go beyond this certain,
so if you go local stream, like Spout or NDI, we can
Then I can do that, absolutely.
Got it. So you can catch it by OBS and OBS Python anywhere.
Right.
OBS one.
And we'll do that for the next step, but for this first part, I just kind of wanted to show that you can stream directly out of Unreal without any other software.
Awesome.
So here we are, 4096, 2488. I switched it to equirectangular from cube map. And you can see now, I'll open this up. And
oh, you can see the output.
Here. Yeah, and so in Unreal World, this is called a render target. So this is it's basically, I'm taking that camera, it's rendering it onto this target. And it is that render target that I'm picking up to go to this output.
Is there any way to adjust the level? I just saw the camera's not that level.
Because yeah, if I got this selected, you can see that my rotation here. So let's go ahead and zero that out and see what happens. Okay, let's go ahead and see if that looks different.
Yeah, now it's level.
Cool. All right, I'm gonna close this down. Now I'm gonna go to the output. And here's where I can enter in the URL and the stream key. I can also change the video bitrate. I'm gonna go up to 20,000.
Okay.
Yep.
So we have to make sure that 360 video turn on YouTube. If not, you only get a 2D feed.
And the only other thing is I find that oftentimes private is what's on by default. So if that's what you want, go ahead. But I went ahead, clicked edit, scroll down a bit, and you'll find the area to change this to public. So now we're ready to go. Copy and paste your URL and stream key over. And there we go. I'm gonna hit start. There's gonna be a little bit of a delay for it to connect. It's somewhere between, after it's done buffering and everything, it'll be a full like 20 to 30 second delay.
There you go, we have something.
And there we are.
Okay.
You wanna put on the headset? And
yes, let's do this. Whoa, okay. That's cool. I should turn off boundary because it's locked outside of me. I can see the gear wheel right here. I can see my hand, it's kind of cool. So this is not live right now. Wow, it's very high quality. This is 4K, right?
It is. I really like this level too. If you look up, some of the rain droplets will actually hit you in the face every once in a while too.
You're right.
Yeah.
Whoa. I do see a little bit compression artifacts, but it's live stream, so it's normal. The cool thing is I can see my own hand. This is kind of very cool. So yeah, can I export a scene? Is that a 3-stop or 6-stop environment? Or can you help me to export around?
Yeah, I mean, I can. I'll try moving the camera around live, and we'll see what it does. Again, there's gonna be that 20-second to 30-second delay, so I won't be able to, you wanna go up, down, sideways?
Whatever you control, yeah, I'm in your control. Let's bring me to some VR roller coaster.
I'm gonna fly you into the air.
Okay, fly me in the air. Whoa, now I see it. Oh my God, that's cool. That's very cool. This is literally a live VR roller coaster on
I brought
any
you to
scene
the
you ride.
All right, cool.
Yeah, that's very amazing. Oh wow, now I see it going sideways and going all the movement. Great, yeah, that's amazing. And then I have a next question. So obviously we can like export and go live on an Unreal environment, but how can we basically cast the talent, the host in the scene?
Yeah, cool. I'm glad you asked. So I've got a little level built here for it. And what I'm going to do is what I recommend, if you did want to use this for a virtual production, there are ways to pump audio directly into Unreal. I would suggest, instead of using the RTMP, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream right now as well.
Go ahead.
I would actually send out via Spout to a program like OBS. So then you can, in OBS, combine the audio that you want to use for the mic for your talent or what have you. Okay, cool.
What just happened?
I loaded up a new level.
Okay.
This is a really simple level that I made. It's just some blocks and blocks and blocks and blocks. So in this level over here, I've got this car. And what I did here is I took the car and I put the camera right inside of that car. And I made the car, you can see here in the details pane, a parent basically, right, of the, you can see it in a hierarchy, that it's above the camera, right?
Nice.
So now and then I just animated the car around in a very simple sequence.
So you actually create a sequencer.
Yeah, so this is a sequence. These are all my key frames of the car driving around, right?
Okay.
And so that's that part of it. Let's bring up this here. So this is a whole nother part of Unreal of how to get a camera into Unreal.
Okay.
First thing you're going to want to do to get a camera in is first you're going to need some sort of capture card or have it via USB camera or something. I've got an Aja capture device plugged into this machine. So I just went, again, that's right-clicking somewhere in the content browser, going to media, and then I want to add a media source. If you had a Blackmagic device, here's another area for that. There's more sort of generalized ones if they don't fall into one of those.
Can we use a webcam?
You can. You can. Yeah, you can also feed in an NDI source if you wanted to.
Oh, nice.
So I added my Aja media source, which is this. And I'm telling it I'm going into port 1. I'm just grabbing a 1080 feed, it's progressive, and I'm grabbing a 2997. Those are parameters that my camera is currently set up to. So after I've kind of let Unreal know that I have that device on the machine, then let me go back here. Right-clicking, going to media, and I'm adding a media player. So here's my media player that I added, and I'm selecting that source, which is this one that I made, right? And so there's my camera feed. After that
camera.
Yes, that camera right over there. And then I'm having that media output put out to this, let's see. I've got my Composure window open. This is basically, Composure is Unreal's compositing software, right? So I have that open. I added a media plate. I'm pointing that at the media player that I created, picking it up, and then I'm using Unreal's internal key system with a spill, chroma keyer, and then with a despill, and a little bit of a road just to take a bit away some of those edges. I'm outputting that to a render target, and that render target I am putting on a plane. Let's see here. Let me turn down my camera speed a little bit. I've added that to this plane. You can't see the plane right now because it is keying out this totally green screen.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can, here's one.
There you go, yeah, use that. Oh, there you go.
Here we go. This comes with OWL's tutorial sample, this video right here. Just so you know, in their tutorial, they give you something that you're able to key out. So I've got it, on this plane. I have that plane also parented, or as a child, I should say, to this puck. That puck is then attached to the car. So everything moves along with the camera in the car as it's moving around. And let's switch that back so we're getting that camera feed. There we go.
So let me just repeat the whole process. So basically what we do is we using virtual production technique to key out the on-screen talent from a green screen or LED wall into the Unreal environment as a camera feed, as a media feed.
Yes.
But we can use any video, any media feed.
Absolutely.
Anything, and then we can just like place all around the space. We can put a dashboard, we can do a hologram design. By the way, the hologram design is it a style you put it on to the video?
Yeah, so let's get into that here. So that plane that I'm putting that on, so basically it's this plane, you can kind of see the outline of it. And I'm turning that camera feed into a texture. This is like an Unreal term, into a texture, and then turning that texture into a material, and then putting that material onto the plane.
Got it.
So I could put it onto a sphere or something even if I wanted to get a little weird.
Nice.
And let's do a breakdown of what this material looks like really quick.
Yeah.
So I have the sphere or the plane selected. Here it is, and this is the material that I made for this.
And this is a blueprint.
This is a blueprint. So it's a little silly with how I made it, but it works.
No, yeah, it looked great. The final product, amazing. And as you can tell, like we teach you the basic, but if you really want things to look great, like our sample that you just saw live, you do need to put in some work. But again, that is what your imagination can take you. And the basic is the same. Like you can add your own material, you can make it metallic, you can turn it into a robot, turn yourself into a robot, you can do all the stuff. But like the sky is the limit when you know the technique we just showed you.
Yeah, yeah, and this is, you know, what we've shown you is very rough, right? But you can get pretty into it.
Yeah.
And get down to the nitty-gritty.
Okay, so now I stand in front of the green screen and captured by that camera right there, and then Mason, can you see me in your Unreal environment? I
can. I've got you in the material preview plane up here.
Nice. I have no idea what that looked like, so I just assume it worked. Can you just make me look pretty in that plane? Give me some AI makeup.
You look beautiful.
Amazing. That's all I care about. Just my look. So yeah, just keep going and show the viewer how to go from the blueprint to the material into the dashboard.
Yeah. So basically I've got that camera here as this render target. I'm adding this color to it. I'm doing some other things here. I'm also adding these scan lines that you can see. And adding that all together, putting that through the emissive color and the opacity to get that mask that I created from the alpha channel in the keying system, and then adding the scan lines just to make that nice little holographic sort of image here that we've got in our plane.
Nice.
Go ahead and change here so we can just look at it from the 360 cam view. And there we go.
Amazing. So I do have a question. So right now, I am captured in a 2D camera, so I have a boundary, then I cannot cross, if not, it'll be out of frame. In the future, is it possible to replace a 2D camera into maybe like a 180 camera, so I have the entire green screen sphere to walk around?
That is a goal of mine. That is a goal of mine. Yeah. I would really like that, to be able to walk around completely in a 360 space, right? In a 360 environment. So, yeah.
And I think what's missing right now is just a fisheye distortion software to like undistorted fisheye into a eco-rectangular footage, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It should, if you get it set up in Unreal, your capture out should basically do that automatically, because you're kind of at that point just mapping an HDRI on top of another HDRI.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah. After you have the camera set up, and you don't have to do this as a hologram, other ideas is you could have an actual physical monitor. One idea I'd really like to do is do this, but instead of a car, do it in a spaceship, and you could have just different, monitor readouts,
Like Star Trek style.
Exactly, right?
Nice.
Right? Or,
yeah.
The astronauts back down on Earth are talking to you from, the different different monitors.
So we're gonna fake another moon landing, huh?
Right.
Oh, can we put a little bit like graphic there, just the demo footage?
I think the moon landing happened. I just want to say that. What stream am I on? What am I doing?
Put a little sample back on the thing so we can see.
Oh, yeah. So we can see something going on there. Cool. Yeah. Let's back up. And there we are. So what I did, after you have this set up and you've got your camera placed, same thing like we did last time. I just went to the Livestream Wizard and instead, and I chose the 368 camera again. But this time, instead of doing media output to RTMP, I went out to Spout, so that I'm locally sending out. So Spout will, as far as the Unreal side is concerned, it is part of it.
Got it.
Within the OWL pipeline. For OBS, if this is what you want to actually stream out from, you do need to grab the Sprout plugin for OBS.
Got it.
But that's also free, and it's easy and reliable.
So you grab the plugin, so it will show up in the source window, and you grab it.
Yep, and that was just here. I'm adding another source, and there's Spout 2 capture, and I'm capturing what I'm sending out from Unreal.
So talk about the audio, because you did add some kind of ambisonic audio into the car scene. How do you do that?
Yeah, so what I did for that is there is some really cool things you could do if you wanted Unreal to actually be the audio source, so that way you could get that ambisonic sound. You could drive past things that are making noise and actually hear that in the VR experience. That though is a whole other thing that would take quite a while to get into. And I wanted, to show off that there's an easy workflow to immediately start streaming out.
Got it.
And so to do that, what I've got here is I've just got a media source going to make some sort of cartoon car sounds going around. And I'm also inputting the microphone, your microphone.
Got it.
Directly in here. And that's it. So yeah, then you would normally, start streaming or start recording out of OBS just like you normally would.
And then can go straight directly to YouTube.
Yes. Oh, and again, I guess I should say, the other part of it is that you obviously need to go in and choose the output size. You know what I mean? So I have this also to match the size of our render here coming.
So it's 4K.
Yes, 4096 by 2048.
Got it. Awesome.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and start streaming, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to go back and I'm going to select the camera feed again. There we go.
Thank you for watching this very in-depth tutorial on how to go live stream on YouTube VR, on Meta, on any VR headset you want with Unreal Engine 5.1, 5.2, and OWL, Offworld software plugins. So I hope you learned a lot. I know we covered a lot in this tutorial, so if you are confused, if any question, feel free to comment below. This is one of our first tutorial on Unreal Engine and virtual production. I know in this channel I've been talking about Unreal a lot, but never have a full-on virtual production tutorial. And this is the first of many tutorials coming on this channel about how to use Unreal to do virtual production in 360 VR or VR 180. Thank you so much, Butcherbird Studio, for having us to be in the amazing studio, green screen, virtual production studio right here. And thank you so much, Mason, for showing us how to do all that in Unreal Engine. So, if you're curious, if you want to learn more, please subscribe on this channel, hit the bell so you don't miss the next Unreal tutorial. And again, just comment and let me know what you want to learn next, and me and Mason will try our best to cover those content. And right now, I'm just gonna go back to be your navigational guide. Keep dancing in VR 360. Turn left, turn left, turn left, turn right, turn right, turn right. Oh yeah, this is the tutorial you should check out next if you are into more Unreal stuff. And this is our original VR production, so go check it out and please subscribe right there. See ya guys.